G'day guys, what's going on? Supero here, welcome to the channel. Hopefully everyone had a really good week on SuperCoach. Pretty good week for myself. I scored 2,662 in the top 1%, and I went up the ranks 424 spots, sitting at the season rank of 574. So pretty good stuff overall from this week. Probably could have been a little bit higher in the ranks, but I decided that I'd do a little risky VC on Matt Rao. Yeah, but probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have just been smart and, gone with Bont like everyone else, and I probably would have gone up the ranks a lot, a couple more spots there. But, I thought I'd be a little bit different, go the most random VC with the VC on Rao, and I just took that at 122, so pretty good score. I saw Bont go 182 and I was like, geez, I need to take this now. Can't risk anything else. Otherwise, I would have been into Sheasel and he only scored 105, so that was pretty lucky that I took that score there. But yeah, probably should, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, it was obviously a great matchup and I missed out on that one, which it's a bit silly, but yeah, the team performed really well. So yeah, we have Whitfield at D1 now, so he's in really good form at the moment. He's been going 130 plus like the last 3 weeks, which is great to see. Finally getting some reward for bringing him into the team. And then Sheasel's kind of got dropped off a little bit. He's got West Coast this week, so I'm expecting a bit of a bounce back from him. And then Dacos, I don't think I watched that game. I went to the footy on Saturday, watched the Cats play. That was a ripper game. I thought we were going to lose, and then we came back. Humphreys kicked that goal, which was clutch. But yeah, we had the McGovern come back as well, which was nice with the 125. So yeah, he's been great. They got the win as well, so that was funny over like the Suns. And then Ryan's actually back in form now, which is good. 126, we'd love to see that. Houston, 105. He's just been a bit disappointing, really. Probably expect a big game from him against Melbourne this week, but we'll have to just wait and see. Just a bit up and down ever since like round 16 there, which is a bit frustrating. Humphreys played pretty well, kicked that goal, so that was nice. And Jez kicked the sealer, I think it was, which was good. Go to the footy, have some beers with the boys, so that was nice. And then, yeah, Bont was going nuts. I was spewing I didn't put the VC on him. Pretty obvious shout there. But, well, I thought I'd be a bit different. Then Butters, that was another interesting one. I went out for some drinks and saw Butters, not Butters, but he poured Adelaide up by like nearly 100 points at halftime or something, and Sydney haven't even scored yet, so that was a bit funny. A bit of a shock, really. But yeah, Butters only 132. I thought he'd do a little bit higher than that. But yeah, we'll take that any day of the week. Sarong was a bit off against who did they play? Bloody already forgotten. The Dons. So yeah, they got the win, the 1-point win. A few close games this week, which is nice to see. If your team wins, then you're pretty happy. But yeah, Merritt got the 116, so, pretty average from him. And then Steele was pretty bad with a 99. They just got smashed, so what can you really do about that? Then Tom Green played really good. Could be a VC option this week against Brisbane with that 159 there from last time. I could be tempted to do that, but yeah, he's back in form, which is good. And then Walsh, I did miss the Collingwood game. Just watching bits and pieces of it, but that was not too bad from Walsh there. And Rao got 122, which is a good bounce back game from him. Bit random, after all these shocking scores, he finally turned up again, so that's nice. Hopefully he can keep this up for the rest of the year. Got Essendon at Marvel, so probably another loss for them, but who knows, they might actually come out and play well. I don't mind his fixture coming home. I think he could have some big scores, especially against like Melbourne and Richmond coming up. So I think that's a hold there for me. And then Dowling, I didn't really notice him much there, so that's no surprise. And then what about the RUCKS? Hey, they've just been so clutch. Like both of them going 140 plus, which is pretty lucky. they're versing each other. So yeah, just great stuff. You love to see it. Cherry has been a good trade in from Gorn, I think it was, that I traded out, and then Nankervis has been great as well, 150. So absolutely love to see that in my team, which is great. And then Flanders dropped under the ton for the first time of the year, I believe. So that's a sad sight to see there. Expect a bit of a bounce back game from him as well. Pretty funny that Real outscored Flanders, but yeah, I'll take that. And then 96, Zorko looked like he was on track for a big one, but then he just dropped off a cliff at the last 2 quarters, I believe it was. Codwell played pretty good with 111. Love to see that. Moore was alright with a 94. That was another interesting game where the Giants came back from behind, so I was actually surprised they won that game as well. And then Heaney, in that smashing, so what do we really expect? He's actually dropping a fair bit. He's really fallen off a cliff as well since being ineligible for the Brownlow. I was going to loop Jackson here, but then Revel got named. I thought he was just on the emergency list and he wasn't going to be the sub, so I was low-key going to field Jackson. I saw him on 50 at halftime, didn't even finish the game on 50, so that's an absolute W for us fielding Filippo there, so get some extra points, which is good. Pretty lucky that he outscored him as well. But I probably would field him this week, I would say, coming up against the Cats, even if he's going to be in the ruck. I think that's a good shout there. We can just bring him on the field, but we'll try and do a loop as well if we can. I think we could probably do it when actually no, Brisbane don't play there. And Adelaide, I doubt that Dowling will get dropped, but maybe he might. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll loop Filippo with someone else. I haven't really thought about that. I get the feeling that, even if Jackson gets a little bit of ruck time against the Cats, I'm not too sure what happened to Koenig either. I think he might be subbed out or something, concussed. So, if that is the case, I think Stanley was playing though, actually. But still, Jackson against the Cats, where they give up the most ruck points, he's probably a fair shout to field, I reckon, this week over Filippo. Even though, Filippo's got Richmond actually, so that's another point. Maybe I just field him as well. Maybe I rethink about this, who I'm going to bench, hey. You wouldn't bench Heaney, surely. But yeah, that's something to consider. I'll probably have to rethink about that one. But yeah, so coming forward, what would we do? We'll have a look at the leagues. So got the wins, which is good in this league here, the public league into the prelim, which is nice. Same with the professionals league. So I got the dub over Harry Cheezel again. So pretty nice, good matchup there. But yeah, nice stuff to get in the prelim again. So that's not bad. And then we got my cash league going here. So I'm versing Deck the King this week. So see if we get up, we'll go straight into the granny. So that'd be pretty nice. But yeah, unlucky for Ryan, who got eliminated by Nigel there. So he advances as well. And then Shane, who was the champion last year, got eliminated by Sam. So that's no good. But hey, there'll be a new champion this year in the Cashy League. So yeah, good luck to these guys here, Nigel and Sam, and Deck the King. Yeah, I reckon it should be a good one. But yeah, we'll just quickly have a look at my captaincy options this week. I think myself, I was having a bit of a look at it before. I might actually we'd probably go with the VC on Butters against the Demons. They've everyone who's been playing the Demons has been going off, like Bond, for example, with the 182. So I think it's a pretty obvious one this week. He does have that 184 in there from 2023. It's at the MCG though. But yeah, I think after a smashing, he should be in really good form to go massive against Melbourne. If you do have Gorn though, maybe you want to put the VC on him. I think he's not a bad shout either for a VC. What's his record? I think he got a 177 last time he played Port. Yeah, so that's what he got last time in round 3. So if you got Gawn, I'd probably do. It's a pretty hard one to either. I think that you'll probably go Butters still though, because Grundy didn't score the greatest against Port. In the rucks, maybe they've changed their ruck rotation, but I think Butters is probably just the clear option there. Might get tagged, but I doubt it. And then that would mean who would I captain? Probably going to have to captain Nank. I think he's a pretty safe option. Like Butters into Nank. You got the 133 last time. St Kilda usually give up a fair amount of points in the ruck department, so I think that he should be able to go get another 150 this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I haven't really thought about too many other people. Merit, probably not. Yeah, I think that was about it. I think those two. Oh, well, there's, the Tom Green. You could go Tom Green. You could VC Tom Green into Butters, but I think, personally, I'll probably do Butters just because I think he'll have a higher chance of scoring like 200 than Greenwood. So, probably the matchup that looks the most favourable in my opinion. So yeah, that'll be my captains for the week. Just trying to figure out if I can actually get Filippo onto the field here. Like Jackson seemed to be playing a lot of forward this game though, so maybe I'll have a look at his ruck split before I make my final decision. Have a look at the team sheets on the Thursday night as well. But I don't think Heaney won't get tagged. More against Carlton, probably a close game, I would imagine. But I think he should be able to pump out another 100 or something, or a 90 plus. Caldwell against Gold Coast, I think definitely have to field him. And then Zorko, probably a close game. Be interesting to see. Not the greatest record here. Might have to look at that 56, what the reasoning behind that was. Maybe he got concussed or something. Oh, no, he played the next week though. So, maybe I get... It sounds pretty ridiculous thinking about putting Filippo on the field over Zorko, but maybe he's the... Oh, well, I can't loop him anyway, so it's a bit of a stitch-up. I think I'll just have to go with this forward line. But, yeah, I think that Jackson... It's probably just out of Jackson and Filippo, which one I'll probably rather field. I think I might field Jackson. Just if he does get the ruck time, he might go well. Otherwise, it'll be dependent on the team sheets as well, I would imagine. The midfield's not too bad. Hopefully Real can turn up again this week against the Dons, so that's not too bad. What would you do if you have if you're in an elimination final and you have 2 trades? Are you using those trades? Probably. Yeah, I'd probably definitely use them if it's a difference between getting eliminated and not. Who would my trade targets be at the moment? I would probably, if you have Tim English, I probably would trade him, to be honest, to Max Gawn, because Max Gawn has a great fixture coming up. But English pass, I feel like Rob's a bit harder to score against. Has got North coming up, so that's Cherry, who should be hard, and then he's got GWS. Usually are pretty good for ruck points, but not too sure about recent weeks. What did Meek get? I think he's actually improved a bit. Briggs or whatever his name is, 109. So yeah, a bit of a tough matchup there as well. So yeah, I probably would trade English to Gawn if you had a few trades to spare. 3 trades is probably where it would make a bit more sense. But if you're in an elimination final, then probably do that as well. Just really depends on the team structure. Maybe you want to get rid of someone else instead. If you have Jack Steele and try and upgrade him to someone. But I do like his run. I wouldn't get rid of him this week just because he's got, Richmond and Geelong coming up. Carlton would probably be the interesting one in round 24, might get tagged or something. But yeah, I think like if I was going to trade someone out of my team, it'll probably be like a Jackson type. But there's not really many good forwards. Like obviously there's Rankin there, so I think he's coming back. So that makes a bit of sense if you want to trade Jackson to Rankin. But yeah, it just depends on if you're already in a elimination final. Then you do it, but I don't know, like maybe you just hold your trades, just wait in case there are any injuries. Like if it's 2 trades or lower, I'd probably just hold my trades. If you're in like a prelim sort of situation, or I'd probably just hold it just in case you get to the grand final and you have 2 injuries or something, for example, and you can't trade them. So I think the trades are more valuable in that sense. But if you're struggling to make it to the next stage of the finals, then maybe use the trades. But yeah, it is dependent on like what your opponent has, like who he's got. But yeah, I think that in terms of like safety as well for the captaincy, so I think this will be a pretty safe bet to win like a league matchup. If you got Nank, that is. If you don't have Nank, who else would you captain? It's a bit of an interesting one, isn't it? I can't really think actually who else would be good. Probably wouldn't be doing like a Walsh or anyone like that, or Cripps, like surely not. But they could go pretty big. Steele, it'd be too risky. I'd rather do like a Tom Green into Butters if you don't have like someone to fall back on, like Nank, for example. But I can't really think of anyone else that I would actually put a C on in my team anyway. That is after the Melbourne Port game, that is. But yeah, that's basically the video for this week, guys. So hopefully everyone gets the wins in their leagues. We've got the nice matchup coming up this week, so one of us will get in the grand final here. But yeah, not too bad. See how the other guys go this week. Got the week off on these leagues here, so probably just avoid trading myself. Just wait until the grand final. But yeah, good luck with the rest of the season, guys. Most people might have just given up at this point, but I think there's still a bit of time to climb in the ranks for me. So hopefully I can get into the top 500. That'd be pretty nice. But yeah, pretty good jump for me this week. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. And yeah, good luck. See you later.